Hello there, it's maybe I wish you would drop a like, and today I'm going to be telling you 4 easy tips on how to beat the Rancor early in Jedi Survivor, plus a secret bonus tip at the end of the video. I'll leave a timestamp in the description just in case you want to skip to a specific tip. Now, let's get to first skill that is absolutely necessary to beat the Rancor is the power of friendship, which can be found on the survival tree. This skill allows BD to heal you with a stim at a faster rate, which is useful for if you get hit by the Rancor and put into a bad situation with low health. The power of friendship will set you back 3 skill points total, as it will require you to have both survival skills and improved stim formula. However, this will help you as you should aim to get all 3 of the survival skills as soon as possible to help maximise Cal's health, and it will help you to get to the next skill that you need, which is greater reflexes. This skill ensures that Cal's block meter will refill faster, which will allow you to block more attacks from the Rancor and be able to parry with less risk of your block breaking due to parrying too early, as this can register as a block, which will deplete your block meter and leave you vulnerable to an attack from the Rancor. Next, you will need at least 1 level of force attainment. This will increase Cal's overall force meter, which will be very important in the fight, but the 2 most important skills that you will need are swift focus and channeled energies, which will each cost you 1 skill point. These will allow you to recover force meter when you are hit by the Rancor while it's blocking, and when you perform perfect evades. These will go hand in hand. Your playstyle will make the difference between winning and losing in the Rancor fight. When the Rancor glows red, wait until just before its attack and then hit the evade button to perform a perfect dodge. This will allow you to regain some force meter and then to get 2 to 3 hits on the Rancor for free. And make sure you avoid the grab attack at all times, because this is an instant kill move no matter how much health you are on, where the Rancor will turn Cal into some lunch. So as soon as the Rancor has used one of his unblockable attacks, make sure you attempt to attack it straight away to get at least another 2 or 3 hits in and regain some force meter from your attacks. This will help to lower the Rancor's health over time, but the most important part of your playstyle is to keep your distance from the Rancor. The easiest way to do this is to jump and to run away. The reason you want to do this is so that you can use your ranged attacks to chip away at the Rancor's health with no risk of it being able to hit you. The easiest ranged attack that you can use is your lightsaber throw, which you can use by holding down both the block button and the force attack button at the same time. This is why all of the skills that help Cal to recover stamina are majorly important in this battle. If you're further on in the story, you will have access to the blaster stance. This is also useful for dealing range damage to the Rancor. However, I would recommend you try and use the charge shot, as it deals about 3 times the normal damage of a quick shot, but the Rancor can be beat without the blaster stance. All you need is a dual lightsaber stance, which you unlock very early in the game. This stance is so important to beat the Rancor. It has a relatively high damage output per strike, but the main thing is that it is very fast. This allows you to get lots of hits in to break the Rancor's block and counter its attacks when Cal runs out of force meter for his lightsaber throw. This means that you can deal consistent damage to the Rancor throughout the whole fight, no matter what situation you're in. However, the dual blade stance does have a low block meter, so make sure you time your parries and dodges well to avoid being left vulnerable to the Rancor. Your secondary stance is completely optional, but I would recommend the blaster stance. That's because you can use a charge shot to deal extra damage to the Rancor from a distance, which will allow you to keep away from its attacks for longer while keeping your health and force meter as high as possible. This can be assisted by the perks that you choose for the Rancor are not too important, but if you are struggling, you should use resilience and dexterity. These will increase Cal's block meter, which will help to compensate for the dual stance's low block and increase the amount of damage from Cal's lightsaber throw, which is an essential part of your playstyle anyway, so it's a must have. If you don't feel like you need the extra perks, or if you need a few extra skill points to get that one that you've just been waiting for but don't quite have enough to get it, well, you should then use the wisdom perk, as this increases the amount of skill points that you get for defeating an enemy, and depending on your progress to the next point, you can potentially get up to 3 skill points from just defeating the Rancor alone. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. your 2 bonus tips. Now, I'm really sorry I didn't manage to capture any gameplay of this, but when the Rancor destroys the rocks inside of the layer, they drop bones, and you can force pull one of these bones and then force push it straight into the Rancor's chompers. This will stun the Rancor and leave it open to your attacks, which can help you to both regain force meter and deal damage to the Rancor. But be careful, because this move can only be used once, so choose your moment carefully. So, I hope you've all enjoyed this guide on how to beat the Rancor early in the game and found it useful. I've been Maybe I Wish You Would Subscribe. Have a great day.